Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today's show is all about property. What to say when you're buying a house and decoding those euphemistic phrases that we've all heard from estate agents. With a little quiz at the end. Don't forget, links are in the show notes, including those to make a donation to keep the podcast going and to join the training in the British Accent Bundle. But let's get on with it. Section 1. Master estate agent phone calls like a true Brit and sound charmingly posh while you're at it. Picture this. You're on the phone to an estate agent. You want to sound polite, professional, and maybe just a tad posh. But inside, you're desperately hoping no one else has snapped up your dream home, or that suspiciously cheap studio with the quirky damp patch. In this section, we're diving into essential telephone English for estate and letting agents, with vocab, phrases and pronunciation drills to help you sound like you've been doing this for years, even if you haven't. Let's start with some example dialogues so we can see and hear the phrases in action. Example dialogue number 1. This is more general inquiry. Good morning, I'm calling to inquire about the flat on Green Lane. Is it still available? Good morning, yes, it's still on the market. Brilliant. Could you clarify whether it's furnished? Yes, it's fully furnished. Lovely, thank you. And could you tell me what the monthly rent is, including bills? It's £1,500 excluding bills. Ah, I see. Well, thank you very much for your help. I'll get back to you shortly. Example dialogue number 2, arranging a viewing. Hello there. I'm calling to arrange a viewing for the flat on Station Road. Is it possible to book a slot this week? Absolutely. We have availability on Thursday and Saturday. Brilliant. Thursday works for me. What time slots do you have? We can do 11 a.m. or 3 p.m. Let's go with 11 a.m. Thank you. Great. I'll pop you in for Thursday at 11. Lovely. Could you email me the exact address and any parking information? Of course. I'll send that over shortly. Thanks ever so much. Have a good day. Example dialogue number 3, making an offer. Hi there. I'm calling regarding the house on Church Lane. I'd like to put forward an offer. Lovely. What figure did you have in mind? I'd like to offer £475,000. I see. The asking price is £525,000. May I ask what's led you to that figure? Absolutely. Well, we've taken into account the work needed on the roof and the outdated kitchen. We'll also need to update the heating system quite soon. So we felt 475 reflects the investment required. I understand. The seller was hoping for offers closer to the asking price, but I'll certainly pass this on. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's our best and final offer at this stage, but we remain flexible on the completion date, if that's helpful. Well, that's good to know. Would you be able to send proof of funds and your solicitor's details? Absolutely. I'll email those across this afternoon. Perfect. I'll present the offer and come back to you as soon as I hear. That would be brilliant. Thank you so much for your help today. Okay, let's do a pronunciation drill. Target words. Property. 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 Offer. Offer. So in property, we've got the sound in the middle, and in offer, we've got the sound at the end. Figure. Figure. Again, figure has that schwa sound at the end. Solicitor. 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 So we're emphasising that second syllable there. Solicitor, solicitor. So repeat these slowly at first, then gradually build up the speed. So we've got property, offer, figure, solicitor. Let's do a bit of linking practice. Listen to this sentence. I'd like to put forward an offer. Now we'd naturally say it, I'd like to put forward an offer. I'd like to put forward an offer. So we're running the to and the put together. To put, to put. We're running the forward an offer together. Forward an offer. So the an is reduced to n. I'd like to put forward an offer. I'd like to put forward an offer. Sentence number 2. We've taken into account. And we would naturally say it, we've taken into account. We've taken into account. We're joining the taken and into together, linking that together. We've taken into. We've taken into account. What about the intonation when we'd say, I'd like to offer 475,000. Now, how would we say this naturally? I'd like to offer 475,000. So that slight rising tone at the end makes it sound more polite. I'd like to offer 475,000. The rising tone at the end makes it sound more polite. Okay, let's do some quick drills sentences. Repeat each line 3 times. I'll put these in the show notes so you've got them there to read. First, do it slowly and clearly and naturally with all the linking features. So, I'd like to put forward an offer. I'd like to put forward an offer. I'd like to offer 475,000. I'd like to offer 475,000. We've taken into account the work required. We've taken into account the work required. It's our best and final offer at this stage. It's our best and final offer at this stage. Thank you. I appreciate your help. So let's have some bonus British softness. So, I just wanted to double check. I just wanted to double check. Would you mind sending that over? Would you mind sending that over? And that would be brilliant. That would be lovely. That would be fantastic. Throw in a cheerful adjective to keep spirits high. Now, if you want to nail all these sounds and stop sounding like you're phoning from Mars, the British Accent Bundle is your trusty sidekick. Videos, audios, PDFs, all designed to polish your RP accent to perfection. Go to learningbritishaccent.com/bundle. And happy house hunting or flat hunting. Section 2. Stroll through a house viewing like a true Brit and sound fabulous doing it. In this section, we're going on a property viewing, that magical moment when you get to judge someone else's taste in cushions and bathroom tiles. Politely, of course. When you view a property in the UK, there can be a lot of chatting. Agents will ask you what you're looking for, and you'll need to sound friendly, interested, and just nosy enough without being rude. So let's wander from room to room with some example conversations that might arise. The entrance and small talk. Welcome, lovely to meet you both. Come on in. Thank you so much. It looks even nicer than in the photos. I'm glad to hear that. So what sort of things are you looking for in a property? We're really after a bit more space and ideally a good-sized garden. We've seen a few, but nothing has felt quite right yet. Of course. And do you have a house to sell? We're sold subject to contract, just going through the process. Now you've reached the kitchen, and the agent says, Here's the kitchen. It was redone about 5 years ago. Oh, it looks lovely. Are all the appliances included? Yes, everything you see here is included in the sale. Brilliant. And do you know what the water pressure is like? It's very good. Also, the boiler was upgraded recently. Oh, that's great to hear. I do love the amount of counter space. And now you've reached the living room. And you say, this is a lovely bright room. Which direction does it face? It's south-facing, so it gets sun most of the day. Perfect. We love natural light. Have the windows been replaced recently? Yes, they were updated 3 years ago with double glazing. That's really reassuring. And now you've moved upstairs to the bedroom. And you say, the main bedroom feels very spacious. Is there plenty of storage? Yes, there's built-in wardrobes along the entire wall. Oh, that's ideal. And is this room at the back of the house? Exactly, so it's very quiet at night. That's wonderful. And into the bathroom. And you say, the bathroom looks modern. When was it last renovated? About 4 years ago. Lovely. And is there underfloor heating? There is indeed. Oh, that's a real bonus. And finally, into the garden, where the agent says, here's the garden. It's about 80 feet long. Wow, that's a great size. Is it south-facing too? Yes, so it gets plenty of sun. That's perfect. Do the current owners spend much time out here? They love gardening. They're only moving to be closer to family. Ah, that makes sense. It really does feel like it's been looked after. So those were a few general conversations that might be engaged as you walk through the house on a viewing. Some additional polite natural questions that might arise could be, have there been many offers so far? Have there been many offers so far? Why are the owners moving? Why are the owners moving? How long has it been on the market? How long has it been on the market? Have there been any major repairs recently? Have there been any major repairs recently? What are the neighbours like? What are the neighbours like? So let's go through some pronunciations of some key target words. So we've got appliances, appliances. So that A at the start becomes a schwa, appliances. And we've got the Z sound at the end. Pressure, pressure. We've got the sh sound in the middle. Storage, storage. Now it's not storage, it's idge sound. Storage. Renovated, renovated. Again, we've got that schwa in the middle. Renovated, not renovated, renovated. And garden, garden. 2 syllables, garden. Let's do some linking practice. So, is there plenty of storage? Becomes, when you say it naturally, is there plenty of storage? Of. That of gets reduced to a v sound. Is there plenty of storage? And some intonation practice. When showing interest or making polite observations, keep your tone friendly and perhaps rising slightly. It looks lovely. It looks lovely. That's really reassuring. That's really reassuring. That's a real bonus. That's a real bonus. Okay, and a quick drill. Repeat each line 3 times. Again, I'll put these in the show notes. First, do it slowly but clearly, and then more naturally with those linking features. Are all the appliances included? Are all the appliances included? Is there plenty of storage? Is there plenty of storage? Have the windows been replaced recently? Have the windows been replaced recently? Do the current owners spend much time out here? Do the current owners spend much time out here? That's a real bonus. That's a real bonus. And let's do some more British softeners. So we could say, I was just wondering. I was just wondering. Do you happen to know? Do you happen to know? That's lovely. Thank you so much. That's lovely. Thank you so much. So next time you wander through a viewing, you'll sound so smooth the agent might forget you're not already a local. And if you want to polish these phrases and avoid sounding like you're lost in IKEA, my British accent bundle will help you nail every vowel, link and gentle rise and fall in tone. learningbritishaccent.com/bundle. Section 3. 10 classic estate agent phrases and what they really mean. British estate agents are artists in the fine craft of spin. So here's your cheat sheet to their secret language with pronunciation guides so you can say it like a pro or mock them flawlessly. Okay, number 1, a real fixer-upper. A real fixer-upper. What they tend to say is perfect for DIY enthusiasts. And in reality, this house could quite possibly bankrupt you in repairs. So our pronunciation, fixer-upper, fixer, fixer, upper, upper. It's fast and casual. Fixer-upper. So that fixer, we're sort of dropping that R sound. Fixer-upper, fixer-upper. Coming in at number 2, we have bijou, bijou. And what they could say is elegantly compact. And in reality, you possibly could fry an egg while sitting on the loo. It's that small. Number 3 is charming period property. A charming period property. And they could also add full of history. But the reality could be the walls are held up by cobwebs. So when you say charming, it's usually stressed and drawn out. Charming. Drag out that A. Charming. Number 4, great potential. Great potential. And they could add, imagine what you could do. But in reality, I'm imagining a bulldozer. Our practice word is potential, potential, potential. The P-O is just the P sound, potential. Number 5, vibrant high street. Vibrant high street. And what they could add is all amenities on your doorstep, when in reality, your amenities are a betting shop and a kebab van. Little bit of exaggeration. Vibrant, vibrant. So 2 syllables, vibrant. Number 6, secluded location. And they could say peacefully tucked away. But in reality, you really are peacefully tucked away. You're 10 miles or more from a bus stop. Secluded. So can we say that? Secluded. It's a did, not a dead at the end. Secluded. Number 7, need some TLC. Need some TLC. And they could add, it just needs love. When in reality it could possibly need a priest and an exorcism. TLC is the abbreviation for tender loving care. TLC. Say it quickly. TLC. Number 8, we've got uninterrupted views. Or they could say stunning scenery, when in reality your window faces a brick wall. So, uninterrupted. 5 syllables. Uninterrupted. Uninterrupted. Number 9. Popular with young professionals. And they might add a dynamic community, when in reality, your neighbours will have parties until 4 a.m. Now, professionals. Instead of saying professionals, we swallow that I in the middle. Professionals, professionals. Number 10. No chain, no chain. They could also say a quick sale is possible, when in reality the owner is desperate, so you could lowball them. Chain rhymes with rain. Chain. Okay, here's a sentence to practice. This bijou property is bursting with potential. This bijou property is bursting with potential. Stress the bijou and potential. Enjoy. Section 4. Can you spot the estate agent language? Let's take a quiz. Now we know estate agents have a language all of their own, one where cosy means cramped and vibrant means you'll never sleep again. So let's see if you can translate their slippery slang. And I've got a quiz. You can get the full quiz on the website. I'll put the link in the show notes. You will need to be a member of the British Accent Bundle to access all the questions, but let's do a couple of them now. Okay, question 1. When an agent says a flat is bijou, what do they mean? A. Luxuriously spacious. B. So small you can touch both walls at once. Or C. It's filled with French antiques. Yep, it's B. It's so small you can touch both walls at once. Okay, question number 2. A real fixer-upper is code for what? A. Recently refurbished. B. A crumbling money pit. Or C. A minimalist dream home. A real fixer-upper is code for recently refurbished, a crumbling money pit, or a minimalist dream home. So did you say a crumbling money pit? You'd be right. Finally, if a garden is low maintenance, it's probably a wildflower meadow or a concrete slab with one sad plant or a prize-winning rose garden. So if a garden is low maintenance, could it be a wildflower meadow, a concrete slab with one sad plant, or C, a prize-winning rose garden? And if you're leaning towards a concrete slab with one sad plant, I think I'd probably agree with you. So there we have it. You should now be armed with a bunch of phrases and knowledge to successfully navigate the property market. And if you are in the process of buying, selling or renting, you have my sympathies. Best of luck. Well, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.